I didn't think it was possible to be this cold.
Can't you go inside?
They keep asking people to fix this broken heater so I can watch over my ship. You know what Gunnar told me? Freeze for all I care. He is the worst human being.
Maybe I can help you out with that heater then.
Do you know how to do machine things?
I've picked up a few things.
I don't care what they say. You're okay, Nancy Drew.
Okay, fix the heater. Where?
Haven't done that.
Sorry, can't talk. Need heat. Teeth freezing into tiny icicles.
The pub's around the corner. You could always go inside.
Or you could fix the heater. Gee, I wonder which of us will cave first. So we're gonna do this middle management style. That is, you do the work and I supervise. Each of those circuit pieces will attach anywhere on this board, but there are special numbers you've got to watch out for. Covered numbers add together to give that piece a total value. If you can use all 5 pieces to hit all 5 target values, the heater will be fixed.
You know, I'm actually not sure that's how electricity works.
Oh yeah? Okay. Where'd you get your PhD in electricitology again?
Place the pieces so that each piece covers the correct set of numbers to equal one of the 5 target totals. Okay, those numbers in the bottom, target totals. Okay, so oh, I see, okay.
If you know this much, why haven't you tried to fix it yet?
Hey, if I had to do all the hard thinking around here, you'd be out of a job.
So, where'd you come from?
The United States?
Hey, me too. Where in the U.S.?
South-ish.
I'd just like to get to know you a little.
I went to school, and then I had a job, and then I was married, and then I wasn't. And now I have another job involving definitely legal treasure hunting activities. That's me.
Are you like this with everyone?
Anyone who isn't paying me. If you want to write me a check, I can tell you a sad backstory and we both can pretend it's real.
Sorry, I left my checkbook at the lodge.
Maybe next time then. I mean, are you an open book with every stranger who crosses your path?
Well, no. I guess I don't like to talk about myself much either.
What's your jam? Witness protection program? Arch nemesis?
None of those. I guess it's that I meet so many interesting people, I just feel ordinary by comparison.
Nah, everyone's normal to themselves. People think my job is all glam and adrenaline, but that all got boring years ago. Now it's just 9 to 5 headache involving lots of diplomacy and occasional gunfire. But you, a gal your age working as a sleuth? All on your own? That's admirable.
Thanks. I guess this is my normal. I'm a pretty lucky girl.
Anyways, it's probably for the best that you stay quiet. Don't talk to strangers, kiddo. It's worked out for me.
That was the strangest wiring panel I've ever seen. But I think the heat's on.
Toasty. Feels just like home. By the by, have you been up to Magnus's cabin yet?
He has a cabin? Up in the hills?
Elizabeth keeps a key in her bag. Talk about refusing to let go. But there's no way she'd ever give it to you.
So, I'll need to find a way to get her off that deck.
If I were you, I'd get a little sneaky about it.
So, how long were you working on the ship project?
About 2 years. On and off a bit. Magnus supervised the rebuild. I provided the cash.
Well, that's a long time to hang around in Iceland. Have you been in Skipbrought all that time?
Ha! No. I think the locals would have offed me by now if that were the case. I don't like to stay in one place for too long.
Why's that?
If you stay in one place, people start to need you and feel things about you and all that icky, weird stuff. I'm not really the having friends type.
I'd like to think you and I are on friendly terms.
What is this? Are we gonna hold hands and sing campfire songs now? Get lost, Drew. Find my gold.
I found a radio on board, but I need a key to turn it on. Can I borrow yours?
Here you go.
Hey, that was easy. Now, how do I operate the thing?
I don't know. I don't have radio experience. I have business experience.
Figures. Well, thanks anyway. Goodbye.
Toodles.
Did that. Still have to do that. Haven't done that. Haven't done. That's done. Check. Haven't done that. Still have to. Haven't done that. Can't check that. Can't check that. Still have. Can't check that. Still have to. Haven't done that. Haven't done that. Haven't done that. Haven't done that. Haven't done. Can't check that off yet. So, Dagny's trying to keep a low profile. I wonder if that's why she called me instead of going to the police about Magnus. These must be the sounding charts from Magnus's notebook. I need to find those numbers and the locator compass he mentioned.
So I think this is those are the clues to the sail puzzle. Yeah, I would write this down. Sprit sail is B. Next one is H. Jigger stay sail is O. F. N. D. J. MC. I. L. And last one is G. Cool.
Can I help?
What's your relationship like with Elizabeth?
Presently quite poor. She won't allow certain, members of the restoration team to access their work.
You mean Dagny?
Yes, but overall, she's quite a peach, that one. The only one who's ever shown me kindness. Truly a shame about her and Magnus, though.
Her and Magnus?
The force of their romantic split rocked the local mountains to their very core. I wonder if he's checked his voicemail since.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. I could use a little space, Nancy.
It's out of gas. No dice.
Great, got the key, but it's out of gas. I don't have any gas.
I should try to get some sleep while I'm here.
Good day.
Hi there. I'm investigating a recent disappearance. My name's Nancy Drew.
Speak up, girl.
My name's Nancy Drew.
Louder!
I said my name's Nancy Drew.
Mind your ship, flag, and temper. Looks like we got a real angry one here. Name's Gunnar, but you can call me Gunnar. The skip is my home.
Oh. Did you know Magnus?
Sure did. Never liked him.
Any reason you didn't like him?
He was too tall, too poetic, to cry into your guitar and mourn for the sea. Always quiet, always thinking, too soft, beard too short, coat too long, eyelashes too full.
So I take it you weren't friends.
Gunnar doesn't need friends. Already I have two, mug and chair.
Did Magnus ever say anything about the treasure?
I might have.
Don't remember?
No, I have a very good memory. Go away.
I just want to get to the bottom of this.
Don't care. Don't want trouble.
Did you attend the festival this year?
Yes. Embarrassing.
For you?
Not everyone else. The scrambling around for hidden treasure? Embarrassing. When I was all young, we fought over things like longest fish and shiniest boat. Not gold. Ever since that Thorn took over the festival running, it's been straight to the bottom with it.
I heard you've had problems with the festival the last couple of years. Care to talk about that?
The festival is not what it once was. I'll return things to the old ways no matter how many buckets of hot tar I have to dump. Some of the harbor boats still have holes in their bottoms.
I see. Did you have a plan like that for this year, too?
Elizabeth said no more trouble or she kicks me out of the skip. I only pay with an angry sheep.
What does that mean?
Means I do it, but I don't like it.
Are you a sailor?
Was long ago. I gave up the sea for good, and I'll never sail again.
You still look like a sailor to me.
What does a sailor look like?
It's a certain quality. I can't quite place it.
Worn? Broken? Bitter? The sea chewed me up and spat me back out, and I lost everything in her waves. You are too delicate. I bet you'd not last 1 minute against some of the gales I've sailed.
I'm finding that these days I'm surprisingly hard to kill.
Well, we'll see about that, detective, won't we? I hate the water. Hate the smell of it, the sound of it, won't ever return.
So, about your fingers.
My lucky tree?
Is that what you call them?
Sure is. It's a long story. Now, there I was, out in the pitch black of night, with no sign of shore and only my fishing spear. Then suddenly, I saw a shadow. It was a mighty squid, the greatest hunter of them all. Few men have lived to see it and tell the tale. So I pulled out my spear, just a little too fast, mind you.
And that's how you lost your fingers?
Of course not! I threw the spear right overboard and I hauled that fellow into my net. Took all my weight just to keep him from wriggling free, but his strength proved too much for me. He gnashed his giant beak and, well, I was done for.
So the squid took your fingers.
No! Right as I thought I was dead, a massive shark leapt out of the waves and ate the squid. It was the sleeper shark, a solid 6 meters long with 4 rows of teeth. He bit my arm and pulled me under as I gasped for my last breath.
So it was a shark then?
No! I managed to punch him in the nose. You ever fight a shark? You know how to punch him in the nose? He let me go. I swam like a merman and made it back to shore. 3 months later, I was in a wood shop accident. Lopped my fingers clean off.
Aha. At least it makes for a great story. How do you know Elizabeth?
I've known her since she was a negative pre-glimmer in her puppy's eye. Always had the local boys terrified, that one. She knows what she wants and heads for it straight as an arrow. Young men, not so good with a woman like that.
She's scary.
Aye, but right now, she wants revenge on Magnus, angrier than a bull seal on a full moon. Still, she lets me sleep and eat her, so that's worth something.
Did you know about her and Magnus?
We all did, my Fisker.
From the sound of things, it didn't end very well, unfortunately.
Magnus is good with waves, bad with women. No skills to speak of. He is, how do you say it? A runner. He runs.
Ouch. I'm glad he's not here to hear that.
I was bitten by a shark once. Now I can only speak the truth.
Oh, I didn't know that was a side effect of shark bites.
It is a curse I bear with pride.
Have you met Dagny?
Who?
She's the woman involved with the Hirlik High's restoration. Brown hair, about yay high.
Ah, a tough little mink of a woman. Not bad in my book.
Did you see her the day of the ship crash?
Yeah, she was there, but I paid no attention to the mink.
I'll let you go.
Be gone with you.
Looks like gas can for my snowmobile.
Gunnar, I need your help in the pub while I watch the ship. Can you serve customers tonight?
Wouldn't need the help if you'd leave the blasted ship alone for a night.
I need to stay on board. That means you need to pull your weight for once.
I won't leave my chair for no tourist. If they want a drink, they can use the tap themselves. Their hands ain't broken. Can't you leave well enough alone and come back to the skip, girl? The ship isn't going anywhere. It's crashed.
I have something I still need to do. Of course you'd be selfish about helping me. Just like always.
Are you hiding something now, girl? Something you're keeping from old Gunnar?
Ugh! Fine! Sit there in that stupid chair for all I care. There'll be no service at the Misty Skip tonight. Happy now?
I probably shouldn't be back there.
That can be correct, and this is bananas. I remember that. And not pineapple. Which is really weird. Huh.
This is so neat. I wish I could play these. It's subtle, but I see some differences in the halves of this pattern.
Okay, so that's different. This is different. This one is longer. Some here is missing. I just click on the missing part. Yep. This bird. This dot right here. This leg is shorter. There's a circle here. And the finger is missing. Another finger is missing. This guy right here is missing. Come on, what is it, last one? This guy right here.
The year was 1783 when lucky fissures opened and vomited fire and smoke onto the land. Thousands perished immediately into the madness, and the sky grew dark and even foreign lands were covered. We called those times the mist hardships, and in that darkness the people of Skipbrot struggled to survive. One night the ship came crashing into harbor. It was the Herlikai. Captain Lawrence and his crew were rescued and taken in. The year was 1783 when lucky fissures opened and vomited fire and smoke onto the land. Thousands perished immediately into the madness, and the sky...
I'm all out of cash.
Once ashore, Lawrence explained that he carried with him a mountain of golden treasure. He promised to share it along with his ship's food supplies in exchange for shelter until winter's end. That winter was darker than ever. No stars shone, and soon even the supplies on the Herlick ran thin. But even in the middle of that hardship, love bloomed, for Lawrence had fallen in love with Alda, the daughter of the town's founding family. Soon, Lawrence and Alda were wed, and soon after that, the marriage bore a baby girl. Eventually, the poisoned water drew away from the shores, and the fish returned to Skipbrot. Thanks to Lawrence, many more people had survived than the neighboring towns. The townspeople wanted to rebuild their home. They needed money, and fast. They needed the treasure Lawrence had promised them. But Lawrence explained that he would need to sail somewhere else in order to retrieve his promised treasure. The townspeople called Lawrence a liar. They accused him of trying to escape with his new wife and child. They grew angrier and angrier. Soon, a fight had broken out. When the dust cleared, the townspeople looked in horror at what they had done. Alda was no longer breathing. The townspeople carried a heavily injured Lawrence into the inn, intending to banish him once he had recovered from his wounds. But he too passed away, leaving only a diary for his young daughter. That daughter eventually grew, married, and bore a daughter of her own, and so on. Today, Elizabeth is the only remaining descendant of the original Captain Lawrence. but the fabled treasure Lawrence spoke of was never found.
Oh, what a sad story.
You've reached Ned Dickerson. Unless you're a telemarketer or my older sister, in which case you've reached no one, because this number doesn't exist. For everyone else, leave a message.
Can't check that off yet. Haven't done that. Can't check that off. Can't check that. Can't check. That's done. Can't check that off yet. Haven't done that. Haven't done. Haven't done. Can't check. Check. Can't check that. Still have. Did that. Check. Haven't done that.
Good day.
You spend a lot of time in the pub, don't you? Why?
What kind of a question is that? Am I a lonely little man sitting in the pub crying over a tiny plate of pretty biscuits thinking about all the women I've ever lost and writing it all down in some wimpy little notebook? No! Then I would be Magnus. Me. I am a mountain wolf. I roam the wilds and I keep my own company. I am a predator.
Bye-bye.
Be gone with you.
Hello?
Hey, Nan. Are you still on your way?
Hey, Ned. No, I'm already here.
Oh, good. How close are you?
Getting closer all the time. I feel like I'm definitely near to a breakthrough.
Oh, cool. I can't wait.
It's hard to get people to talk, though.
Get people to talk?
Yes, I've managed to narrow down that the treasure is related to the ship somehow, but beyond that, I haven't figured out the specifics.
Nancy, what are you talking about? Are you on a case right now?
Well, of course. I'm in Iceland.
Nancy, do you know what today is?
Sunday?
It's our anniversary today. We had reservations for dinner, remember? I called to see if you were on your way to the restaurant, but I guess not.
Oh, no. Ned. Oh, Ned, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot.
Well, yeah, you being in Iceland and all. I figured. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You tend to get a little focused on cases. But, wow, Iceland, of all places.
I owe you a serious apology. I'm sorry.
It's all right, Nan. That's part of why we're celebrating this anniversary in the first place. You're passionate, and that's great, and part of why we're together. I've heard of getting stood up on an anniversary, but nothing quite like this. Just bring me an anniversary souvenir from your trip, okay?
Oh, you're the best, Ned. I'll make it up to you, I promise.
In the meantime, I'll just fill the hole in my heart with football and this pint of cookie Kringle ice cream. There's a game on tonight I really wanted to watch with Bert, so maybe it's cosmic fate. Anyways, if you're in Iceland, it must be a pretty interesting case.
It is. Lost treasure, a missing captain, and a town with a pile of secrets.
Sounds like the usual fare in Nancy world. Remember, you can give me a call anytime you want. Hint, hint, and wait for it. Stay cool.
Oh boy, that was just the worst.
Hey, you stood me up. Pretty sure I get a free pass on puns for eternity. Also, I've been at this restaurant for a while and the waiter's glaring at me. I think I should get out of here.
Bye, Ned. I'll give you a call soon.
Bye. Ned Nickerson, at your service.
It's me.
Whoa, you actually called.
Hey, don't sound so surprised.
No, it's a good thing. Trust me, I'm happy. Bert's over and we're just watching the game. Hey, tell Nancy I say hi. Bert says hi.
Hi, Bert. Hope you two are having fun.
Did she say hi back?
Yes, Nancy also says hi.
How's she doing? I haven't seen her in forever.
Bert wants to know how you're... okay, wait. What am I, a megaphone? This is girlfriend-boyfriend chat time, dude. Whew. Now then, how's it going? What do you want to talk about?
So, you asked for a souvenir.
Oh, right. I did, didn't I? I'm not totally sure what an Icelandic souvenir is, honestly.
Right now, I'm thinking... something romantic.
Whoa. That's very unlike you.
I can't get a romantic gift for my boyfriend on our anniversary?
It's just different from your usual. You know, I'll never say no to anything you want to get me, Nan. Go ahead, surprise me. Speaking of surprises, I have something for you, too. I guess it should have been a tip-off you'd forgotten about the anniversary when you didn't go, rummaging through my closet for your gift.
I did that?
You don't remember? 2 years ago? And the year before that, I had to put it in my dad's wall safe? And you still cracked the code? I swear you're like a human bloodhound or something.
Sorry, I'm not really good with surprises. Are you going to tell me what it is this time?
Nope. In fact, this one didn't even need a safe. Guess you'll have to wait and see.
Everyone in this town hates me.
Come on, Nancy. I'm sure they don't hate you.
Well, they hate the questions I'm asking, that's for sure.
Nah, look at it this way. You know those shows on the Nature Channel about animal behavior?
Sure.
There's this awesome new one called Bear versus Wasp. Bert and I are totally hooked. Spoiler alert, the bears win. But one of the coolest things you see is the pre-bear wasp behavior. Wasps have to lay their eggs inside moth larvae, so they're all fighting like crazy over the best larva they can find. They're killing each other right and left. And then suddenly a bear comes along and wham! Just takes a chunk out of their hive. And suddenly the wasps don't care about the larva anymore. They're all about this crazy bear invader. They unite against the bear. Because a wasp fighting another wasp is an individualized threat. But a bear fighting a wasp is a threat to the entire hive's safety. You know what I mean?
I think you just compared me to a bear.
A really cute bear.
Thanks.
What I mean is, in a small town, the hive has a set order. Anything which might disrupt that order is a bigger enemy than any internal arguments. So it's not you, and it's not your fault. They're just acting on instinct.
For some weird reason, that actually makes me feel better. Thanks, Ned. What's Bert doing over there?
I didn't tell you? Bert's my new roommate.
Doesn't Bert already have a roommate? What happened?
Oh, man. His roommate started getting really into buying eggs.
Well, what's wrong with that?
No, I mean fertilized eggs. Like for chicken breeding. Have you ever seen a dorm room full of chickens?
You know, I really can't say I have.
It's a life experience, let me tell you. Anyways, the rooster calls at dawn got to be a little much. Bert's a bit noise sensitive, you know, and he decided to move out. We have a vacancy in our house, so he's living at my pad now. We also apparently have a new pet chicken.
Yeah, but just one.
Yeah, just one. I put a hard limit on that.
It sounds like fun. What's the chicken's name?
We're still debating on it. He's a feisty one. Got any suggestions?
Something silly?
Nancy said silly.
He kinda looks like a Jimmy to me.
You can't call a chicken Jimmy. That's my coach's name. It'd be weird.
Too late, he's a Jimmy.
Yeah, okay. We'll call it a work in progress.
Hey, I like that name.
Anyways, that's how Bert and I started living together, to make a long story short.
About the guy who went missing.
Is he Icelandic?
Yes, his name is Magnus, and he's one of the people who's been looking for the treasure.
So, did he get kidnapped or disappear on his own?
That's the million-dollar question. What I do know, he's been piecing this mystery together for years now, longer than anyone else.
Well, if you follow his tracks, they'll probably lead you to him either way. If you pay extra attention to any clues that came from Magnus, they might spell something out.
The time of day never changes here. It's dark even in the middle of the day. We're very far north.
Wow, can you see the Aurora Borealis?
It's out right now.
I wish I were there with you.
Me too. It's beautiful here, Ned. Beautiful, but dark and slightly menacing.
My favorite kind of vacation spot.
Goodbye.
Bye now.
This case has me stumped. I was called here on a missing persons investigation, but I'm starting to think things might go much deeper than that.
Lay it on me. Maybe I can help with the case.
I've met some interesting people here.
Who's our group this time?
Elizabeth runs the pub in town. She's also in charge of letting people on or off the ship, it seems. She and Magnus have a rough relationship history. They broke up right before he went missing, but I don't think she's ready to end things just yet.
Uh-oh.
I know. I'm trying to get close to her, but it's difficult. She doesn't like me.
Have you tried asking her for help? If she really wants to find Magnus, she'll give you a hand. If she doesn't, I think you should keep a close eye on her.
I'll do that. You're right. Gunnar is an old retired sailor. He means well, but he's not the easiest guy to work with. It seems like all he's ever doing is shouting at me.
Are you sure that isn't a front for something?
What do you mean?
Sometimes when people are hurting or hiding something, they get angry. It helps to cover up what they're really feeling. Being angry is a distraction.
I hadn't thought of that. Interesting. Dagny is a treasure hunter working with Magnus. She's nice, but guarded. It's hard to get a read on her.
She actually calls herself a treasure hunter and she's not suspect number one?
She's the one who called me in.
In your line of work, that doesn't seem to count for much.
That is true.
Anyone who freely admits to doing questionably legal things is probably someone you want to keep at the top of the list, Nance.
Let's talk about something else, actually. Later.
Bye.
You again.
So, say there is a treasure. What was it doing on the ship in the first place?
Who knows? Who cares? Money's money.
It just seems fishy is all.
It's Iceland. The economy runs on fish.
I need to know who was present at the time of the festival.
I was there.
Who else did you see?
Only Gunnar. Elizabeth and Soren were thoroughly MIA. Although half of Iceland is probably related to itself, so people kinda look alike. Could have missed something.
What do you think of Gunnar?
In terms of the treasure, he tried to sabotage the festival last year, and the year before that. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a stunt of his.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Maybe later.
Oh, hello there.
Have you always lived here?
For 12 years in total now. 2 before university, 10 after.
Others seem to think of you as an outsider. Gunnar especially.
Oh, for the love of... I was born 10 miles away!
And that means you don't live here?
To him, yes. To everyone, yes. It's preposterous. In their minds, I'll never be from Skiprot because I wasn't born here. Upper secondary school was a nightmare with these people.
I may not know much about Skiprot, but there are lots of unpleasant people in my line of work. Sometimes persistence helps.
Oh, I've tried. I've bent over backwards to put on this festival for them, and yet no one invites me out. I'm not welcome at the pub. Spending my birthday alone is getting to be a real downer.
I sense some bad blood between you and Gunnar.
It's more like Gunnar dumping bad blood onto me, repeatedly, while laughing. I try to be patient, given his history, but what a Neanderthal, that one. I can't reason with a man who only speaks fist. Between you and me, he's never been the same since that terrible crash years ago.
Crash?
Well, I don't know that it's my place to speak of it, but his boat sank to the bottom of the bay, and he hasn't sailed since. Now he stays locked up in that pub of his.
So, you attended the festival, right?
Present and accounted for, naturally.
Interesting. Dagny says you weren't there.
I was up in Old Stulka, manning the controls for our audio. That's the tower right outside this center. People very rarely look up, I found, which is a shame. Lots of nifty things in that direction.
What are your thoughts on the treasure rumor?
Ah, the treasure. X marks the headache. When I heard someone wanted to seriously search for it, I was overjoyed. Maybe I'd stop hearing about it for once. I sold the exploration rights in exchange for Ms. Silva funding the ship rebuild.
Do you have any interest in the treasure?
Certainly. All of us have tried looking for it, even Gunnar, though he'll deny it. Alas, I cannot speak for my treasure hunting abilities. Though I often go scavenging for lost artifacts in the hillsides, I have yet to succeed in finding anything aboard the Hurlokide.
Were people upset you sold the exploration rights?
Oh, absolutely rabid, especially Gunnar. But I've long since learned that they'll hate anything I do. If I so much as cough in the wrong direction, I've got a mob of angry citizens on my porch. So enough with their complaints. If they feel such rage about it, they can come talk it out with me over a nice cuppa. They won't, of course.
Goodbye.
Well, on with it.
Hey, girl!
I actually do have a name, you know. It's Nancy.
Get your little lady bones into the prep area and get some torremotter orders ready. It's all hands on deck for the lunch rush at the Misty Skip.
I'm a sleuth, not a chef. Are you sure you want me back there handling the sharp stuff?
You're eating and logged in here for free, just like me. So it's only fair to get some good work out of you.
Well, might as well take a stab at it. Okay, time to get to work.
Let's see here. So I think we gotta somehow match the colors, maybe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can fill all those in, I think. Okay, so the first one I can fill out in one row. Then this 3 here counts for this order. Then I don't think I can do this one. Oh yeah, I can. Boom. 1, 2, no? That doesn't work. Okay, like this. Yep. Okay, then this guy. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, let's try the big one at the bottom now. Okay, so I got that one. We got 3 here, so the only place we got 2 so far is here, so we need to just add 1 in here. Or here. Boom. Try the bottom one first again. No, not this time. Although it shouldn't matter which way you do it, the top or bottom one, right? Oh man, this is hard. Alright, so maybe we'll have fish here. Okay, so I got another one. That was enough, I hope.
Hallo, fisker!
Soren told me about your boat crash.
He will pay for a wagon tongue.
Who told me isn't important.
Oh, my little fisker, but it is. Soren is not one of us. He is an outsider, born 10 miles away, a stranger.
10 miles away and he's a stranger forever? Well, that seems unfair to Soren.
Unfair means nothing. You think because a culture is unfair, it will change for you? That is not the world. That is not skipbrot.
Later.
Be gone with you.
Excellent taste.
Haven't done that. Can't check that. Still have to do that. Haven't done. Haven't done that. still have to do that.
I could use a little space, Nancy.
I can't afford that. I can't afford that.
I could use a little space, Nancy.
Hey, Soren, can I use some of this gift wrap?
Yes.
Great. Now to pick a gift.
All right, back to the ship.
Can I help?
Has anyone checked Magnus's cabin?
No. I wanted to.
But you didn't or can't?
Soren won't let anyone up there.
His cabin might give me a lead on his location. Can you help me find a way in?
No, this town takes care of its own. Our problems are ours, no one else's.
So you and Soren work together?
Yes, we both run the festival. But people are not happy. They dislike him.
I'm definitely sensing some of that. Why?
Not one of us. He doesn't know our stories. No shared memories.
He seems like a decent person, though. He's done a lot to help the town, at least.
Being his friend has a price here. You're either outside or inside in Skiprot. You cannot stand in the doorway. You will be driven out. We are not like Reykjavik, like a big city.
Sounds like people are trying to get rid of him. Ruining the festival would be a great way to do that, wouldn't it?
Your words, not mine. Regardless, he is welcome in my home and at my pub. I cannot always go against the town, but I can offer a warm meal and a listening ear.
I'm really sorry to hear about your and Magnus's breakup.
It hardly matters anymore.
I don't want to pry, but if you want to talk about it, I'm here.
Here's one for your case file. I've known Magnus all my life. We dated 4 years. The winters are long and dark. We found each other in that darkness, but then he went through hard times. He became obsessed over the ship. His world narrowed, and soon there was no room left for me. That's the end of it.
I heard something about your family line in connection to the ship. Do you feel you have a claim to it?
It's true. The ship is mine, and everything on it. My great-great-great-great-grandfather was the original captain.
So what did you think of the restoration project then?
She is a beautiful ship, truly. But her history is stained with blood. Even though the treasure is rightfully mine, this fairy tale chasing business seems wrong. I thought the restoration would unite the town, but all it's done is drive us further apart.
So, technically, if the treasure were to be found, it would belong to you.
Family. People. That's what matters. The rest is useless noise.
I heard the story about your family.
I grew up with so much anger. I couldn't believe people would do that to one another.
People do strange things when money's on the line. I'd think they could bury the hatchet and move on. I guess not.
Nothing is ever buried here. Just sleeping, and sometimes it awakens in unexpected ways.
Can you tell me about the festival sound system?
It's been broken for a week.
Soren told me he was manning the sound system on the morning the Hirlichheid crashed.
What? But that's not possible. There was no sound that day.
Sounds like we've got an alibi that doesn't quite match up. You spend a lot of time here. Don't you have somewhere else to be?
No, I'm still on festival duty. In case of a ship emergency, I'm responsible. This vessel is an antique. Things break suddenly, and it's hard to hear the alarm from the harbor.
I see. Interesting. Did Gunnar do anything unusual leading up to the festival?
Well, if you include the 2 festivals before this one, certainly. He ruined them single-handedly. Aside from that, only the usual threats. Gunnar swore he'd tie Magnus up and send him out to sea. Gunnar hates Magnus.
I'll let you go.
Bye. I've nothing for you.
Hello? Hello? No one's there.
Magnus? Magnus, is that you?
Guess again.
Uh-oh.
Who is this?
Wait, I can explain. I didn't know he was going to go missing, and okay, so I haven't filled out all the daily logs for the guy in months, and yes, okay, so I napped through all of the training videos, but I didn't mean to, and I guess what I'm saying is please don't fire me.
I'm not here to fire you.
So you're not working with my boss?
Nope.
Oh man, that's a relief. Well then, this is Control Tower number 32, Operator Alex Lintrong speaking.
Hi, Alex. I'm Nancy. I'm a detective trying to find out more about Magnus.
Magnus. He's gone, isn't he? I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to get in trouble.
What did you hear?
Some pretty messed up stuff. I don't know if I can tell you.
Why not?
Whoever took him, they might come after me too. And if my boss finds out someone went missing on my watch and I didn't report it, look, I need this internship. If I get fired here, I'll be a barista until I die. I'm allergic to coffee, man. I can't go back. I can't go back to that life.
Alex, slow down and stay calm. I need your help. If what you're saying is true, Magnus might be in serious danger. But you don't have to handle this alone.
Okay, I heard Magnus calling in early morning, same as always, just to say hi around 6. Then we started chatting, just like we always do. He was excited about the ship he was piloting. He said it was his baby. He started pulling into Skipbrot Harbor. I heard a voice on board, He went to go check it out, left the radio on. I heard shouting, fighting, then nothing. Just silence.
That's not good. I think this investigation just went from missing persons to abduction.
It's dark out there, and the water's cold. But I know he didn't go on his own. That's why I'm keeping my head down.
Could you hear anything Magnus said?
Something about the ship. That's all I got. I was too scared. I hope he's okay.
Who are you?
Just a lowly undergrad assigned to a cubicle, a pair of headphones, and a computer. I'm here on an internship for my maritime psychology degree. My parents said I'd never find a paying job. Shows them. Me and Magnus, we were kind of buddies. We never met or anything, but whenever he'd radio in, he always wanted to chat. Not a lot of people want to chat with the intern.
Are you from around here?
Nope. Massachusetts.
So, what are you doing here?
Whoa. Deep. I gotta think about that one. I mean, what are any of us doing in this crazy messed up world, you know?
No, I mean in Iceland, in a control tower, that stuff.
Oh, that! I work in the harbor controller's office. I keep track of ship movement and speak with anyone taking a ship to harbor in Iceland.
What can you tell me about Magnus?
He's totally weird. Good weird. Not serial killer weird. He's one of those people who rarely speaks, but when they do, it's the most interesting thing you've heard in days. He bottles up thoughts and distills them.
Oh, interesting. What on earth is a maritime psychology degree?
I have a 30-page thesis answering exactly that question, but it can all be boiled down to 2 words. Sailor feelings.
Oh, interesting. What did you mean by daily logs earlier?
There are these logs I'm supposed to fill out whenever a vessel passes through us.
So, are they filled out?
Kind of. I turned one sheet into an homage to my relationship with my mom, another into this super cool drawing of a whale. I haven't been keeping tabs on vessels as well as I should be.
How cool are we talking?
The coolest! I actually stapled it to my cubicle wall, and regardless, I don't have any records of Magnus going through our waters.
I need a way to distract someone on board this ship.
So you can do what exactly?
Snoop through their stuff?
Hey, at least you're honest about it. Acceptance is the first step to healing. Yeah, I can help.
What do I do?
Hold up, Klepto. I've got a favor to ask first.
Okay, name your price.
There's a lighthouse near Skipbrook. You can probably see it from town. But the light's busted right now. If you can get up there and fix that light, it means I can stay here at HQ with my cup of tea and giant snuggle blanket.
I'll give it a whirl.
My cell number is 978-555-0139. Give me a call when you're standing in front of the light. I'll tell you what to do next.
Have you met Dagny?
Is that the super mercenary one? Always freezing, kinda sassy?
Sounds like her.
She used to call me all the time. Always tried to get information about Magnus's plans to come in and out of harbor. Joke's on her. I'm so disorganized I can't match my sock colors, let alone keep records of Magnus's charting. She always wanted to know when he'd be gone. I never told her, obviously.
What was she trying to do in his absence?
No clue. But I did some internet stalking on her. One of my many talents. I found out she's wanted in the States for skimming some cash off a treasure find in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, that explains why she's been hanging around in Iceland, I guess. Can you tell me about Elizabeth?
Ah, the infamous Seta.
Seta?
It means cutie.
Oh, a pet name.
I know, total barf, right? The hours I spent listening to that guy alternatively complain about her and pine for her. I could write novels. Talk about star-crossed lovers.
They've broken up now.
Yeah, that's the last thing he told me before he went missing. You know, the longer I talk, the more suspicious that sounds.
What do you know about Soren?
That guy who runs the festival?
Yes.
He's worked with us a few times. Always seems like there's something just under the surface with that one. Cheerful and yet angry. Or bitter. Like he was holding something back. They say Icelanders never forget a grudge.
They do.
And by they, I actually just mean me.
Any other information for me?
Not really. Mostly I just kick it in this cubicle and keep my tall ship's lifestyle blog updated. It's called Ship Facts. Want to hear about it?
Well, sure. Educate me.
Okay. Ship fact. The forecastle on a ship refers to the upper forward deck of a sailing ship, but it's pronounced forecastle.
Why's that?
Try pronouncing it like an English sailor with no formal education. Forecastle. Forecastle. Over time it whittled down. Get it?
Hey, that's pretty neat. Can I hear another ship fact?
How about this? Before 1865, captains sometimes had difficulty finding people interested in joining their crew. So they just started kidnapping them. They'd pay a big guy to go around a popular harbor, knock young men unconscious, and not wake them up until they were far out to sea. This was called press ganging. One particularly evil press ganger even threw himself a fake birthday party specifically to attract kidnapping victims. Of course, justice was served when he himself was press ganged a few years later.
Can I hear another ship fact?
Cool fact. Most people think all pirates were men, but that's not true at all. In fact, there were dozens of famous lady pirates in the 16th and 17th centuries. One of them, Jacquot de Lay, was born in Haiti. After her mother died and her father was killed, she became one of the most feared pirates in the Caribbean. At one point, she faked her own death during a battle. She went undercover and pretended to be a man for years. When she finally revealed her true identity, other pirates gave her the nickname Back from the Dead Red because of her bright red hair.
Later.
Talk to you later.
Alright, let's see if we can fix the engine now. I'm not sure if we can or not. Well, that works.
The motor's intact, but I'll need to replace the spark plugs and cables.
Alright. $16, $9, $19, $13. Red left, black right. $16, I'm assuming this is it. Wait, I get to put spark plugs in first, right? Maybe not. 16, 9. $19. Oh, this is 19. This is 9. 13. Oh yeah, I was supposed to put the spark plugs in first. So if this is 9. Huh. We got 12 and 4 equals 16. Then we got 2 and 7. We'll make 9. Now we have 10 and 9 equals 19. And then we just got 2 left. And that's 13.
It's working. Don't know whose boat this is, but I'll just borrow it for a little while. It's too high to reach at low tide.
Can't reach it. The water is too low. And I know what to do. Oops. Okay, so tide is low, this shows. So let's try to sleep. And now it's high, so now we can go. And try this again. Oh, fantastic. Now I can go up.
Locked. Can't fix anything until I get inside.
I got the key.
Well, I made it to the top. Better give Alex a call.
Alright, cell phone, call Alex.
Okay, I'm in the lighthouse.
Awesome. I can remote the power from here, but I'm going to need you to get all the pieces in place first. One of our staff programmers wrote a new idiot-proof failure mechanic for it. Anyways, I think you need to mix the color channels to create white light. When all of the channels are white, the light will power back on.
This process sounds anything but simple.
Yeah, exactly. That's programmers for you. Give it a whirl and give me a call if you get stuck.
I need to create white light to get the lighthouse running again.
Okay, so 2 blue ones made green. And 2 green ones should make red. Two red ones. And I should make white now. Yep. Okay, I got 1. Two white lights. All right, one more. That should do it.
Phew, fixed it. Time to phone Alex again.
Woohoo! Thanks, you saved my butt.
Glad I could help.
Okay, let's talk about stealing stuff.
I prefer the term snooping.
Whatever, Klepto. You need a distraction? I got one. There's an alarm hidden in Magnus's captain's chair.
Back in the wheelhouse?
Yep. Hopefully you're using it for the forces of good, but hey, no judgment.
Uh-oh, that's not good. The windows are open. Oh, it's so cold. I need to get out of here. Okay, small numbers at the bottom, big number at the top. It looks like the pieces add to the total of the piece above them.
Okay, so 29 plus 28 will make 57. So 28. Okay, so 512. So, man. Alright, so I had to do this on a piece of paper. So 17 and 11 make up 28, and 11 and 18 make up 29. Then we got 12, 6, 12 and 5 is 17, 5 and 6 is 11, 6 and 12 is 18. Then we got 9, 3, 2, 4, 8.
Oh, that was too close. And somehow, I have a feeling it wasn't an accident.
Just the girl I wanted to see.
Elizabeth seems like she's withholding information.
She still seems pretty intense about Magnus as far as I can tell. And she thinks the treasure belongs to her. I've seen some exes do some pretty wild things when they're going through the stages of grief. That's why when I end a relationship, I just move to a different continent and change my phone number. So much easier than doing the whole breakup thing.
That must be exhausting.
Let's just say I don't really do mailing addresses anymore.
Goodbye.
Bye now.
This must be the key to Magnus's cabin. I'll just be borrowing this. I have a feeling Elizabeth never opened her gift. 4 crystals of each color, huh? Elizabeth must have locked it. What on earth is in here? That should do it for the fuel tank.
Hey, Nancy, it's me. Are you busy right now?
Just a little. Why?
Oh no, no reason. Just checking in. Just wanted to make sure you were alive and stuff. And you totally are. That's great.
Something's wrong. Tell me.
Nancy, everything's fine. Everything's normal. I'm just doing normal people stuff, you know? Normal.
I'm just getting a strange vibe.
No, listen. I just wanted to tell you about something.
Ned.
Sorry. I just...
Is someone trying to hurt you?
No one's trying to hurt me.
Dude, give me the phone.
No!
This is just embarrassing.
Bert, stop! Come on!
Ned? Ned? What on earth is going on?
You've reached Ned Dickerson. Unless you're a telemarketer or my older sister, in which case you've reached no one, because this number doesn't exist. For everyone else, leave a message.
Ned, call me back. I'm worried. Locked. I guess he would lock his front door. I wonder what these images are for. Locked up tight. These must belong with that reference I saw earlier. 4 of each color down and across, no 3 together in a line.
Alright, so we got arrange the crystals according to Magnus' note about the crystal collection, 4 colors of each crystal in every row and column with no more than 2 of the same color next to each other. Alright, so blue, blue, gold, blue, blue, gold. This is gold. So this one is done. And this one is done. This is blue, gold, blue, gold, blue. This is gold, gold, blue, and blue. Blue, gold, gold. Blue, gold, this is going to be a blue, gold, blue, blue, gold, gold. This is blue, gold, blue, gold, blue, gold, gold. This is blue, blue, gold, gold, blue, blue. And the last one is going to be gold, blue, gold, blue, blue, gold.
Got it! Oh, this is beautiful. I need to arrange these pieces to see what the full image looks like.
Okay, so we're still missing one.
Hi, Moggs. It's me. Haven't talked to you in a while. Like a month. Or seen you. Or anything. Can we chat about things tonight?
I literally can't believe you still have a landline. What are you, 90? Anyways, call me back. I think I found something big. I want to show it to you. I stashed it in my bag for now, but I think this could be a part of our big break, you know what I mean?
Moggs, please pick up. I'm sorry about last night. I didn't mean what I said. Call me, please.
Hi, Magnus. It's Gracie from International Publishing House. Just wanted to reach out about your latest manuscript. The editors really enjoyed Merman, an exploration of postmodernist masculinity and nautical limericks. And we would love to extend a formal publishing agreement. We do have some questions about scope. We think 240 limericks might be a little much. Is there any way you could cut that down a bit? Anyway, give me a call back and I'd love to chat further. Bye now.
Magnus, I swear, if you don't call me back... You owe me this, Magnus. You owe me this talk. We've been together 4 years. 4 years, and you think you can just walk out on me whenever things get tough? Just disappear. That's not how this works. That's not okay. You have to let people in. I love you so much. Please don't do this to me. Magnus, everyone else, fine. But not me. I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to destroy your happiness the way you destroyed mine. I hate you. I hate you for what you did to me. You're going to regret it.
Hey, remember the plan we laid out for today? Remember the part when we were all like, hey, we should crash the ship into the harbor and then abandon it, leaving Dagny to handle all the PR fallout? Yeah, me neither. Thanks a lot, Magnus. Wherever you're hiding out, I hope you're happy with yourself.
A spare luggage key, huh? A dog bed, but no dog? Dog toys? This must be related to the note Magnus left for himself. if anyone else has seen these.